Okay, so let me tell you guys what's going on this morning. We are pulling up to Sam's Club. Yes, it is Saturday morning. It is approximately 7:48 in the morning. Yes, I've been up since, what, 4 o'clock? I don't know why, but I have. And so I decided that I'm going to come to Sam's Club, and today we're going to stock the store. We're going to store stock. This is what some Instacart drivers do. They drive to the store before it's open, and they sit outside of the store and wait for a batch to drop. And so that's what we're going to do. So here we are. We are going to find an inconspicuous place to park because I don't like the employees looking at me like I'm desperate. So we like to park a little bit off the beaten path so that everybody's not up in our face. So yeah, so we are here and we are waiting for some money to happen. If a good order comes through, we will accept it. But what we will not do is take garbage, okay? So if I see one of those orders talking about, 45 miles for $27 for 60 items, you already know it's not going. So we're looking for an order that's maybe 10 miles or less, something that's paying hopefully around $50. And in a perfect world, it won't be more than 3 items. And also in a perfect world, it wouldn't be more than 2 customers. So that is our goal. We are here. And let's see what happens. So we're going to sit here and we're just going to watch the app until something comes on. So here I am sitting in the Sam's Club parking lot having an existential crisis. Why am I here? How did I get here? I'm sitting here waiting for a good order to come through. And as you can see, I'm beginning to hide the batches, right? The bad ones, the ones I'm not interested in. If you are an Instacart shopper and you are not hiding your batches to clear your screen, that is a huge mistake. I definitely make sure that I hide everything that I'm not interested in, which is probably 99% of the orders that come through. So just hide them, get them out of your way, so that when something good comes through, you're immediately able to focus on it and accept it. So we sat here, I don't know how long. I believe I got there around maybe 7:45. I know it was in advance of the store opening. And we did eventually get an order, you guys, which you are going to see, one that I thought was an exceptional order. This is the first order I've gotten from Instacart in a very long time where my adrenaline was actually up and running. I was excited to see this order because these orders do not come along very often anymore. So while we were sitting there declining orders, we finally got one that came through for Kohl's department store. Now, I have never shopped Kohl's. I didn't even know. That must be a recent store that's been added to the selection on Instacart because this is my first time ever shopping at Kohl's. So we got an order, you guys, for Kohl's paying $111. Shopping at Kohl's and H-E-B. Now, you guys know how I feel about grocery stores. They are not my jam. I try to avoid them at all costs. But when an order is paying $111... you better go to that grocery store. Okay, you guys, so we have an order, and let me tell you guys what we have here. We have a double batch. You hear me snapping my finger? That means we got some money, y'all. So we got a double batch, and it's gonna be my first time we have a double batch picking up at Kohl's and then H-E-B. Now, you know I do not like H-E-B. I'm not a fan of those grocery stores, but this batch is paying $111. Yes, $111. So we are going to head to Kohl's. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be some really big items here. I don't know what it's going to be, but we will see. But yeah, it's $111 shopping at 2 stores. So let's go get this money. Okay, so here we are pulling up at Kohl's. Kohl's is literally maybe a block away from the Sam's Club, so they're really close. So let's go in here and see exactly what we are grabbing. Let me tell you, I didn't even look at the items. I just saw $111 and I was like, you know what? We will figure it the F out. So we're going to go in here and get this $111, you guys. So whatever it is, it will be in this vehicle. I'm so glad that I'm actually driving my cargo van today, so we should have ample space for whatever the customer is getting. So we're here at Kohl's off to the left. We're going to go in here and I'll show you guys exactly what we're picking up for the customer. Do you guys see how empty this parking lot is, how empty this store is? That's another reason why I decided to take the order, even though it had an H-E-B order attached to it. I don't really mind shopping grocery stores early in the morning when the stores are less congested. It's that midday shopping that drives me crazy. So anyway, we got really, really lucky. This was an order I accepted blindly and sort of crossed my fingers for. But when I looked at the order, all the customer wanted was 2 pillows and a set of sheets. I'll say it again. 2 pillows and a set of sheets is all the customer wanted. So when you talk about easy and peasy, this was in and out of the store in under 5 minutes. So it didn't take me any time to find them. I'm going to show you guys me actually shopping for the items. We grabbed the 2 pillows, we grabbed the sheets, and then we headed to checkout. So let's get this done, and I will see you guys at checkout. Shout out to the cashier at Kohl's. She was really doing her job, but she was driving me crazy in the process. I'm here trying to do an Instacart transaction. She's trying to get me to apply for a credit card that I do not want. It's just like, girl, just let me out of here. But she's just doing her job. So in spite of her slowing down my productivity, I do understand that she's doing her job. But anyway, it didn't take us very long. Besides the customer that was standing right in front of me taking forever, we got in, we got out, and now we are going to load everything into the van and head to H-E-B so we can get part 2 of this order done and be on to the rest of the bag. Okay, you guys, so we are arriving at H-E-B. We are on Anderson Mill and 620. Okay, so H-E-B is right here off to the right. And it's only 9:30, so the store shouldn't be too congested. So hopefully this won't take us very long. I'm going to park at the produce end of the store. When I'm shopping for customers, the very first thing I like to grab is produce because it takes the longest. You have to measure, you have to weigh it and bag it in some instances depending on what they're grabbing. So I like to get that out of the way. And then if I shop from produce to frozen foods, that way the frozen foods are the last thing that I buy for the customer or pick up for the customer, so I don't have to worry about anything melting or defrosting while I'm shopping. So we're going to start in the produce section and then work our way around to the frozen section. All right, so let's go in and let's get this done. We are that much closer to our $111 order. All right, so now that we're at H-E-B, we need to go over the customer shopping list and figure out exactly what they want. I did see a couple of produce items. They didn't have very many. If memory serves me correctly, I believe they had garlic, blueberry, mushrooms, and avocados. I think that those were the 4 produce items, so those were pretty easy to buy. Nothing needed to be weighed. I was in and out of the produce section pretty quickly. There was some Bonnie Bell cheese, there was some shredded cheese, there was some cheese slices, lots of sparkling water, lots of kitty litter. Pretty much everything that you see on this list was actually in stock in store, which is a very rare thing to happen. I don't know if other Instacart shoppers had this experience, but normally when I go into a store to shop, there's going to be probably at least, if you have an item of a list of 50 items, then you're probably going to find that at least 7 or 8 of those items are not in stock, or the variety that customer wants is not in stock. So I was very happy, and I don't know if this was one of the benefits of going to the store early or if H-E-B is just getting better at restocking things, but I was able to find everything the customer wanted with the exception of one item, and that was the cat food, and the customer requested a refund for that. You guys will also see me doing something that I would suggest every Instacart shopper do, and that is downloading the app for the store that you shop at. Here in Texas, H-E-B is the most prominent grocer here. So if there's a Publix, a Ralph's, a Randall's, an Aldi, whatever store it is that you're shopping at quite frequently, you definitely want to make sure that you download the app for that store, because when you can't find items, that app is going to come in clutch. I can't tell you guys how many times I haven't been able to find an item and I've gone to the app and it's pointing me in the exact direction of the item. But in today's order, I went looking for an item. It was the quiche, the mini quiche that the customer wanted. And believe it or not, the app pointed me towards aisle 25, and that is not where it was. At some point, I even asked one of the store employees to help me out. She couldn't find it. So through deductive reasoning, I'm like, if I were quiche, where would I be? And quiche, I perceive, is either a breakfast item or an appetizer item. So after I looked in the breakfast items on aisle 25 and it wasn't there, I decided to go look in the appetizer section of the frozen food aisles, and sure enough, there it was. So we were able to find it in spite of the app giving us bad direction. But even though I got bad directions this time, I definitely would say it would behoove you as an Instacart shopper to always download the app that you're shopping at. It's going to save you a lot of time and help you to make money faster. Okay, so we just completed delivery order number 1, and if you have a double batch, you're probably like me where you're already holding your breath to see how far the second delivery is going to be from the first one. And Instacart, I don't know what sort of Instacart karma I created on this particular Saturday, but the delivery address was less than a mile away, only 2 minutes from the first delivery address. You guys, this is a $113 batch for both of these orders, right? It was initially $111, and because I had to refund the customer for cat food, I was already anticipating a reduction in payment, because as you know, if you have to refund an item, Instacart will deduct that from your pay. But the customer actually increased my tip, so it was a great Saturday for me. In total, it was about 2 hours worth of work from start to finish, 1 hour and 57 minutes to be exact, and my earnings were $113.25. This reminds me of the days when Instacart was in its heyday. You know, unfortunately, orders like this are few and far between, but this is why I cherry pick orders. Again, I have a regular full-time job, so making $113 in 2 hours on a Saturday for me is a great day. So I'll continue doing that. To those of you who Instacart full-time, may the force be with you. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Happy hustling.